Hey YouTube, it's Petrus, and I am officially 2 months on testosterone. Now, some of the changes I have noticed was mostly physical changes in this month. This month, I actually started getting stomach hair, and a lot of it. I've been getting a lot of stomach hair, and last month you may have known that I mentioned something about facial hair, and within the first month with facial hair I was just starting to get peach fuzz right here, starting to get some darker hairs here, but it wasn't going all. Facial hair is growing rapidly right now. I now have a lot of peach fuzz on my chin, and I'm getting a lot more darker hairs with my mustache now than I did before. Still not as visible. There's also some peach fuzz growing in, like right in the same area as the dark hairs. So there's a mixture of facial hair going on. Voice constantly changing throughout the month. Voice cracking as usual. That is not going to stop. And actually, regarding to my menstrual cycle, we think that may have stopped because the last time I got it was around Valentine's Day, which was getting close to the 1 month part, and that was the last time I had my cycle, but we don't know for sure because, you know, sometimes even if you're, regardless if you're on testosterone or not, when it comes to that, you don't know for sure if it completely stopped. And from what my retired nurse grandmother said is, because I'm on testosterone, I'm going to be experiencing some menopausal things as well as male puberty at the same time. And when it comes to menopausing, you could end up losing your period for 1 month, and then a month later it will come, and then it will completely stop. So the endocrinologist said to keep an eye out on that. Hopefully it's completely gone right now. It could just be, but it could end up coming back within the next month. But I highly doubt it, because when I got my blood work done over spring break, my results showed that I have testosterone levels of the average 20 years and older men, which is between the 920s and the 1000s, but yet my estrogen levels were in the low 50s, and to be considered postmenopausal, according to that blood work that I had, then I had to be below the 40s. So over in the summer, I'm going to be due for more blood work. I've been ordered blood work for the summer. to check on my T levels, and my PCP may end up having my estrogen levels checked as well, again to make sure that everything's in place, to make sure that my estrogen is low and my testosterone is where it's supposed to be. And according to my endocrinologist, I'm doing good. Acne is a huge problem, but I've been put on medication for that, and I've noticed it's been helping and all. It is getting close to finals week. Finals week is like, this year is around late April. And also, actually, I should be seeing my academic advisor for registering for classes in the spring, but I cannot do that until I have this one thing paid off. So I'm waiting to see if the money went through, and that to see if the money went through to clear me to register for classes. Emotional changes, everything's the same as last month. I'm much happier. And actually, I'm a lot more confident now than I used to. I need to head back to the gym, though, so I can continue building muscle, and so the helping of the fat redistribution, which would be later down the road, simply because the last few weeks I've been fighting off an infection in my lungs. Every year close to springtime I get sick, and with me having asthma, my asthma gets worse around the springtime, and I had like a bacterial infection in my lungs, which I seem to get every year. It's not pneumonia, but I seem to get some kind of bacterial infection around, like in my airways, every spring, because that's how bad my asthma tends to be. I did gain weight, but they said that's normal to gain like 10 to 20 pounds within the first 2 months. So they said that's normal, and then you'll end up losing like body fat and gaining muscle. And they said that was mostly muscle mass. It doesn't concern me as much. It does concern my mother, though, because of history of diabetes. And I keep telling my mom, you can be very muscular and be considered obese. And she does not get that. Like, she doesn't get that. Neither does my grandmother. Like, my grandmother is a retired nurse and doesn't believe that. But nursing schools are now teaching that, and studies are now showing that, someone who's very muscular can be considered obese because of their BMI. And they could be completely healthy. But other than that, things are going really well with the testosterone. And actually, that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully I'll have more videos soon.